Alrighty, guys, we've got Bitcoin at $71,000. Market waking up strongly. We spoke about yesterday that stock market is showing slight concerns. Should we be worried about crypto? And stock market ended up holding pretty well. And we've had a nice push from Bitcoin now. And the exciting part about that is we're only getting to the squeeze of the altcoins now. So what you've noticed is you see a few of the altcoins have obviously done pretty good. We saw BNB break all-time high, so we're going to speak about that, and we're going to speak a little bit about the BNB ecosystem as well. Is there any gems on the ecosystem there to be getting into BNB, especially that we're looking at BNB possibly pushing to $1,000? But the very important thing, obviously, is the squeeze for the altcoins is only going to start very soon now. Okay, so we only are just looking to break the highs now. Therefore, altcoins are going to start joining the party. You can see here on the total 3, you can see how the altcoins now are getting to the point to squeeze. Bitcoin has, however, started the squeeze already. It does have the high. Once it gets through the 72,000, guys, we're on the verge of finally getting through the all-time highs. This does mean, again, that we are getting to the optimism stage when it gets to the higher time frames of the market cycle, the speed up stage, the banana stage, the parabolic stage, the one that sounds amazing, but it's incredibly hard if you don't know timing and you don't know when you're getting in. So the fact, again, that I see this area here as this little dip off of hope. Remember the last bull cycle? We had this little area where we made our way up to the major zones, and we had that little loop to the downside, and then we went into the crazy optimism phase. I'm seeing us being that same phase too, which means, again, we're going to time our entries now, make sure our bags are ready, make sure everything is loaded, and then it is time to focus on making the actual money. Now we're at that point where the market is doing what we needed to do. We also have the ETH to Bitcoin retest that's in play, and the dominance is looking to have a leg to the downside. I saw this morning that the moment the total 3 breaks and gets the squeeze, the altcoins are joining the party. So guys, do me a favor in the meanwhile. I promise you I'll drink whiskey on the show. Even though I've got 2 more shows after this, I need 2,000 likes. I want you to smash that like button because we're about to have an incredible bull market together. We're about to go through the good, the bad, and we're going to make a lot of money together, but we're also going to be incredible family while doing it. So do me a favor, smash the like button. And if that happens, I'll be ended up doing 2 streams a little bit later, a little bit lit. That's what we call it when you have a bit of alcohol within the system. But guys, nonetheless, happy Wednesday to you all. Let's have a fantastic show. No more wasting time. Where is my intro video? Let's go. Alrighty, guys, I need a favor from you. I need you to make this the best chat and the best comments and the best everything. I want the most lively and active community by far. Okay, so say what's up. Say, okay, I got South African sayings, but say what's up. Pop in the chat, bullish or bearish. What tokens are you focused on? In the show, I'll be going through some of my tokens, going through a lot that we've been speaking about, the ones that are looking like rockets at the moment. We'll go through all those views, but then I will be doing tokens for you guys as well. And remember always to comment after the stream as well. And that's where I'll go to see the tokens that you guys want me to chart as well within the ecosystem, within crypto as well. So guys, smash a like, hit the subscribe button to be added to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Finally, we are getting some nice momentum within the market. Market's looking pretty good. We do have a nice little push. And if we look at the Banter Bubbles, remember to get the Banter Bubbles app and to farm your gummy airdrops. They are coming. So make sure that the gummy airdrops are coming. Let's actually speak about gummy for a second. We had a little bit of a push yesterday. Gummy's starting to wake up nicely. We started to get a little bit of a push to the upside. We saw good, strong amounts of 24-hour trades going up by 200% yesterday. We saw 153% growth in the volume. Okay, so we're starting to get some life when it comes to the gummy chart. And remember, all that it basically needs, and I always explain this. I explain this about sideways, right? Sideways, you need to understand sideways is actually strength. It's preparation for the move. And what that basically means is when you go sideways, boring, right? Boringness, sideways, downwards, all of these sort of things. What it does is it flushes out the spinach hands, because a lot of people come into crypto when they want to get rich overnight. When they don't get rich over 2 weeks, they start getting annoyed and they start moving on. Okay. And haven't you noticed that every time you move on from a coin is when it pumps? How many times? Say yes, guys. When every time you sell, it pumps. That's exactly what happens. So in this phase here, you could see that firstly, I want to remind you again that Gummy has a very strong audience. Okay, because if you look at the slow grind here, you're not seeing any massive red candles. You're not seeing any massive whale dumps. You're actually just seeing sideways and walls that are getting bought up from the bottom areas. And then what happens is when price starts to finally start moving and accelerating, then hype starts. GUMMY goes all over Twitter. Everyone this, it's pumping, it's doing well, it's going to break highs, it's going to do this. And then everyone starts to flood in. So you always want to be the smart investor in these areas here. But nonetheless, there's two things I want to say here. The first thing is I still believe GUMMY can be on its way to $1 billion. That's the goal, right? That's the goal, because why? I know how much this is going to change the community's lives if it does so. So I'm going to support that. I don't support many meme coins. However, this is banter fam. This is something that can help and change many people's lives. And we're going to do whatever it takes, to get this to the crazy levels. The second thing about it as well is the strength of it. The strength of it is absolutely incredible. I think we're sitting with around 40-something thousand holders. Okay. And I think it's going to grow very quickly as well to that point. So farm as much as you can within all the tools that we have. Go below in the video. It will show you all the ways that you can farm these tokens. But nonetheless, I think GUMMY is finally coming to life. And where we really want to start seeing movements is back above 10 cents and back above 13 cents. Then the hype will start. Then a lot of buying will come in. A lot of retail will come in. All that we had here was spinach hands. A lot of people that weren't true believers were just here for the money, got shaken out. The warriors that held through strong were those who will reap the next reward to the upside. So that's an update on GUMMY. Let's look quickly at the bubbles and see a couple of good movers. So Uni, nice move over there on Uni. We'll speak about Uni within the show. Audi's having a strong push. You're seeing things like Jupiter and that. Why? Because you are seeing that Sol is starting to break trends, right? Solana's looking like it's coming to the move and starting to make a move to the upside. Therefore, start keeping an eye on a couple of Solana ecosystem tokens. We obviously got a nice big move when it comes within BNB. BNB's had a fantastic week. It's really pushed really hard. Let's actually see. There we go. Up to 17%. Nonetheless, it's broken all-time highs. So what we have now is we've got BNB, one of the top coins within the ecosystem, helping us for that verge of that dominance to come down. And I'm thinking if we have a Ethereum, a Solana, and a BNB, these can be the tokens that really start rampaging up. It gives us a very high probability that we're going to have that strong push down within dominance to the downside. We'll speak a little bit about Notcoin. This has obviously done incredible things for the week as well. Ejective's waking up. Floki broke all-time highs. Really good. We've got Blockstacks waking up over here as well. Yeah, so it's nice to see that overall we're seeing a strength within altcoins. So let's jump in here. Wait, just before we do that, I want to see the messages. I want to see everyone say what's up. I want to see where we're at here. Say what's up. Say what's up. I see we've got 600 chats already here. Someone says all going to zero. Bruh. Come on, dude. We're coming with the positivity every day. Come here that we're going to think, and now you tell me it's all going to zero. Bro, come on, dog. Come on. Maybe we must have a whiskey. Maybe I have a whiskey. Sheldon Alpha. Yes. We've got Hobby in the house. What's up? Morning, Banter Fan Michael. What's up? Have a wonderful day. Okay, that's from Crypto Banter. What's up? I just want to say what's up, guys. I want to see where we all at. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Breakout in the house. Let's go. Let's hit a like for our boy. I'm here. Someone says, is this a coin or you want to be my stepmother? Just let me know. I do got a really badass mom, so you got to be like incredible in order to give that woman a go. Sheldon the Legino, what's up? Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Thank you so much, Sheldino Alpha. The banana is the king of the fruit. Exactly. Please read EWT chart. Is that what's it called again? I know this one. Okay, I'll bring that up. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's get straight into it. And remember, a little bit later on within the show, I'll go through a lot of your tokens for you guys. Okay, so nice push from Bitcoin. Okay, we had a little bit of the scare yesterday, and let's quickly go look at where the stock markets are at. We have to always be certain. So every now and then, guys, we will get to a point of, hey, guys, there's one or two catalysts that could maybe affect the crypto markets. Just be a little bit safe out there. And this will happen a lot more in the next week, 2 weeks. If we're seeing any signs, just, hey, be careful. The market is still bullish. I said yesterday, I'm still remain extremely bullish. However, we do want the stock market to start making its way up. It bounced pretty good yesterday, and we do actually want to see stock market start to rampage up in the next day or two. Then I really think, I still think there's rockets within crypto, but I think we can just have a strong stock market. This is good. Obviously, we had a little bit of a fake news, created a little bit of a correction, started to pop Bitcoin back into that trend, which we had to be aware of. Nonetheless, we broke through, and obviously looking at Dixie today, Dixie's having a small push up, and I'm looking at a Dixie drop incoming. So things are still lining very nicely when it comes to, the bull market and all these specific things, which is good. We just wanted to make sure. So every now and then, I will just pop the question, guys, should we be worried about this? What does this mean if it goes south? Just so that we can plan. Because what you've basically done is if you look at the market and what we've been doing over the last couple of weeks or things like that, we're at the point now, guys, where our bags are loaded. So now it's all about, okay, now what? What do we do on when the markets rampage quickly? If there's a little bit of warning signs, we got to pop these questions and have the thoughts in our head so that when a scenario plays out, you're not fumbling the ball. A lot of preparation is always what makes you a lot more confident and a lot more set in your mind when something is happening. And that's very important to do. I took my kid took her first step right now. Yes. Nice. That's amazing. Okay. So now let's go into Bitcoin. So the wedge, great bullish breakout. It is now, however, time to start the rockets, right? It's time to start getting into the all-time high territories. I think it's very clear now that we had a strong wall previously the last couple of weeks around that 65, and now that wall is sitting around the 72 zone. So you're definitely gonna have that massive sort of short squeeze, and I think the whole market's gonna go pretty berserk if Bitcoin starts breaking all-time highs. So again, for the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth to sixth time, we are sitting back at 72,000. So what that basically means is there's a strong wall there in play. Any shorters or any bearish people are probably keeping their stop losses right above these highs over here, which means price may take a little bit of time to get to the 72, 73. But the moment we pop it, we should accelerate quickly. Be aware again. I'm going to speak about 2 scenarios or 3 scenarios actually. Be aware that there might be a liquidation trap. Okay, there might be a fast liquidation trap just to trap the market, but I still think it will continue strong. This is for leverage traders that I'm talking about, where basically price will go up, it will shoot around 76, quick shakeout, and then continue up. Okay, so just be aware of that the moment we start seeing Bitcoin break all-time highs, the moment we start seeing these things, it's all over Twitter, it's all over the world. So sometimes they trap it because a lot of people will be longing, right? A lot of people will be longing the break of all-time highs, longing these sort of things. So keep in mind on that. Then we have the second scenario for the day. Let's make the chart a bit bigger for you guys so you can see it nicely. Hold on. Okay, then the second scenario for the day is the pullback. So small pullback. So around 70K, maybe 69,500, and then we start to rocket on our way up. So this again, for any person that wants some short-term trades or these, you'll be paying attention to any alts that broke trends in the last 24 hours, coming back to retest in the buyer zone, and that's the area to be loading up on some, I would say, midterm sort of trades. Okay, there's still a couple of investments which I'll go through in a sec, but nonetheless, this will give you that ability. If something that pumped hard yesterday and coming to retest, as in maybe a BNB or Solana or AVAX had a nice bounce. This is where you're able to catch and add a little bit more. And then obviously the third scenario is we start to grind our way up and we really pop hard. Maybe there is no trap. Maybe we just rocket very quickly. Nonetheless, I do see that the moment we break all-time highs, a couple of days later, I see Bitcoin going to around $84,000. I do have the next target at 100K. That's higher time frame targets, but for now, we zoomed in and we're paying attention. So things are looking pretty good. And the area to hold to remain in this bullish trend is around $68,000 under these trends. So we're looking good, guys. We got room here. Bulls are showing strength. They're definitely a lot stronger than the bears at the moment. And that's really good. The other charts I want to quickly show you guys here is the USDT dominance. Important chart, because again, I showed you guys that, there's the trend line. If we break that trend line, then we got to worry about bigger pullbacks. As long as we stay below that trend line, we remain incredibly bullish. And you could see, remember, the USDT dominance is the percentage of USDT, people that are holding USDT in the crypto markets. So you're sitting around 4% that are sitting in. So the moment the market starts to pump or starts to break levels or starts to push up, people panic out of the USDT and get into the market. It's called FOMO, right? All of these sort of things. We were smart though. We were smart that when it was going up, when there was a bit of a pullback, a little bit of redness in the market, we were buying, we were loading up, we were getting these areas. And again, I still think before that we break these lows, and I will speak about this in a sec, because we rejected there, we've come down and we've broken the short-term trend. So I think if there's any pullbacks now, it's very short-term pullbacks for a couple of hours, and then I think we rocket, because what I see here is a push up here, and the moment we lose that level, this is indicating for us, hey, this is the power to get to 80K, to 80, 84K when it comes to Bitcoin. That's a strong push to the downside over there, which means for me that late buyers in the market is anyone that buys below this line, okay? Because what you're getting is we're getting the early signs. A lot of people are going to buy once the confirmation why Bitcoin has broken all-time highs, or these areas have started to happen. Then they're going to come and buy within the markets. So I still see you as a slight early investor of the current pump, or early buyer in the current pump that we are seeing, as long as you are below this line. So that's why this show is super important, to make sure that you're in and you've made up your mind and you are set. Because once we go small retest to the upside, once we lose this level, there's a squeeze to the down here, and that's obviously the possible break of the all-time highs and the entire market that's pushing. And not only we're seeing it within Bitcoin, obviously the altcoins too. So I see the altcoins waking up very strongly in the next couple of days, especially between today, tomorrow, and they're going to start their squeeze. Okay, so what they're going to start doing is Bitcoin's already sitting close to the all-time high areas over here. So what you're going to get is you're going to get a really strong catch-up within altcoins. You're going to see a lot of them rally very strong to this upside over here. In that time, probably Bitcoin's maybe broken all-time highs already, but it will get to a point of slowing down. And we'll see once the alts break through here, this area here, once we break through this zone over here, which is around about 10%, okay, then we are going to break to the altcoin all-time highs. And this is the total 3 all-time highs. After this, there's the major total 3 all-time highs, which is showing 40% away. So that's massive strength when it comes to altcoins. So again, what I'm saying here now is I still think there's a little bit of a chance to get some more altcoins because their squeeze is still coming. Yesterday, we saw a bit of a Bitcoin squeeze and 1 or 2 alts, but I'm looking at the whole alt market as a whole. Start squeezing and start to see some really strong bullish momentum when it comes to that. And that's obviously this chart here as well, is the USDT dominance is not going up. It's going sideways, which is brilliant. So it's still holding this mega trend line over here. And we will see what happens within the Bitcoin break. Does the dominance go up? If the dominance goes down and Bitcoin breaks all-time highs, you're about to see a double-digit day. And that's when you look at your bubbles and every altcoin's done double digits. When you scroll down over here, it gets crazy. And that will prove to me that we're in real bull market. I feel that we've had a bull market over the last couple of months. I don't think we've had a real bull market. I don't think we've seen anything real or spectacular or anything amazing just yet. When you see the double-digit day, you open up and you see those bubbles all green and they're all double digits, 25, 45%, 30%. Then you know bull markets here, the true bull markets that we've been speaking about for a long period. Double-digit day would be nice. Yes, guys, and you know what? Just a quick one over here. If you've worked your butt off over the last couple of months, I promise you're going to get rewarded. I promise you, if you stayed through the last bear or you've watched you've been dedicated to the game, I promise you're going to be rewarded. It's one thing crypto is really good at. It rewards the patience, it rewards the strong hands, it rewards those who believe in it. Remember, I was actually saying this on school last night. The last bull market that we had, I didn't know that, I heard from Craig and previous guys that there's this thing called the bull market and an alt season, but all I was relying on was hope because I had a little bit of money and I was hoping that this bull market is true. This alt season is true. And then it started. And it started and it went, and it was like, holy crap. And it just showed me the sense of the hope is very important. The belief that this is actually going to change your life is very important, because when it comes, it's actually mind blowing, and it just shows you how you got to believe in these things, right? Triple digit days still to come. Yeah, we might have a couple of triple digit days where we shall see. Okay. So dominance is looking pretty good. So let's jump into a couple of alts. You could see that this is why we don't have dominance dropping just yet. ETH is still in the flag. So Bitcoin's out of the flag, ETH is still in the flag. So what happens when ETH exits the flag? You're going to start to get some Ethereum strength. Not only then do you have Ethereum strength, you got BNB strength as well, and possibly Solana strength as well. Bigger cap tokens. We need the big cap tokens to wake up, guys, because that gives us the best probabilities of the dominance coming down is the larger caps. I don't care. The small caps don't do anything when it comes to big money in the markets. You need some top 10, top 20, top 30 coins to all be rampaging, and that's going to help us with that dominance to push to the downside. So again, it's showing the same thing. Total 3 is saying that there's a squeeze coming. There's a small possible retest now, but the squeeze is coming. And the squeeze comes once Ethereum is through these levels and starts breaking through this 4K properly. Once it's through the 4K properly, Ethereum starts to join the party. And then if you look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin pairing over here, you can see that we are hugging the trend line at the moment. So any moment now, I'm looking at a strong bounce within ETH. And can anyone guess what would make ETH pump next? Anyone? Anyone? Come on. ETF coming, baby. When ETF comes, we're going to see the strength within ETH. So again, I think this is a real breakout within ETH. I think it's going to be a really strong momentum push with ETH. But it's coming. At any moment now, it's coming, and we know the excitement of when that happens. A lot of coins are breaking trends. So I want to remind you again, there's a couple of coins that are in buy zones right now. Theta is one of them. What you can do now is you could see that we broke the major trend. We're breaking the short-term trend. So anything you buy on the test of these trends now, you pop a stop loss under the low and you ride it up. Now, not only do I have some short-term targets, The short-term targets is for any short-term traders. I have the real targets, the targets of what we're setting for here. We need to start thinking a little bit more parabolic. We need to start thinking about the market accelerating very quickly. And we got to think about, holding these positions for a decent period of time to get the maximum growth and not have to work our butts off every day to make money. You can actually sit back and have your bags make money for you. So if I look at things like theta, I'm currently preparing these type of trades for 100% move. Okay, very similar to what we saw when it started rallying, where it ended up going from around 90 cents all the way to $3.5. So nearly did, 200-300% within that pump. I'm looking at the same sort of scenarios here. Very strong leg as well. So I'm looking at from $2 to $2.2 here to $5, and I do have slightly higher targets of $7. So I think that the theta entries where we're sitting at right now is looking really good at the moment. We've got things like injective. So I want to remind you that injective is now in short-term and medium-term buy zones. Okay, so it might come. Remember, if Bitcoin's going to pull back 2-3%, have that in mind. But nonetheless, once we start closing properly out this trend over here, injective, I think, is also going to have a really strong run. And if you saw Casper as an example, I think it's going to be very similar. So Casper woke up. Look at that. The moment it cracked that trend, the moment it got through properly, Casper started to rocket up. And the same pattern over here is something very similar that I'm seeing with the injective chart. At the point where I see us rallying very quickly to the $40 mark, which is obviously really good. However, I am looking at the higher time frame views. There's some parts of my portfolio that will take a little bit of profits at $40. Nonetheless, I'm preparing for $70 move when it comes to the injective chart over here. So that one is still looking good. And not only on that, if you look at injective to Bitcoin, it's outside of the trend, holding beautifully, showing a nice green candle today. I'm looking at Bitcoin outperformance of injective as well. Injective outperforming Bitcoin in those areas. The one that the man's been speaking about is CETUS. So obviously a good fundamental token. I told you guys yesterday was in buy zone. For those who got it, there is a top up zone for you. So if you pop in this trend over here on the daily and we close out there in the next day or two, you can add some more to your position. Okay, if you look at things like CETUS, where do I see this thing going, or what's the possibilities of the next push? Is again, you are going to have to rely on your tools when the market starts to rally to the upside. Okay, when it starts to rally up, you got to use tools, and you got to give tools that give you some sort of structure. So let me show you here over here 1.618. So my fib levels are going to give me some sort of structure. So from here, where do I see it going? I see that 16 cents. Which is nice. However, the bigger targets and the high time frame targets around 30 cents. So it's a nice 3x, position that I'm looking to build in these areas over here. Let's go through a couple of the decent movers before I go into the new ones. Let's quickly speak about things like Floki. Floki's breaking all-time highs. So I want to remind you guys again, when you see a pump, okay, this is going to help you guys a lot, especially when tokens go into all-time highs. Listen to me here, guys, because this is the tools that are going to help you when the market goes into all-time highs. If you see that you've had this big pump up within a token, okay, and it's got its previous data here, its previous all-time highs, everything here. Now this token's pumped. Then what it does is it starts to reject or something and start to make its way down and then prepare for the next push up. So what you've got to do is you've got to understand how to use the Fibonacci's. Okay, the Fibonacci's are important. So if you are currently in this leg over here and we start to pull back here, you will use a Fibonacci from the bottom to the top. You will go in favor of that wave. Okay, and it will give you areas, the main 618 areas of where you want to buy, and you got other ones as well. But nonetheless, that's how you take it. Okay, then what you get is now all of a sudden, the coin starts to retrace over here and then decides to break out to go to the next push. How do you work out where it's going to go next? Okay, so now what you do is you're taking from here the Fibonacci in this direction. Okay, so you're taking it from the top to the bottom. And then what it gives you is a few areas. Okay, now it's important that I show you this because what happens is you break trends, the coin starts to go up, and it finds resistance at this very important level 0.618. Okay, for as long as it stays below 0.618, keep a bit of cash to keep accumulating the token. Because what it means is if it goes here, it can come back down, it could sit here for a while. Okay, it gives you an area that, hey, we're not there through there yet. Keep some cash. Like if I catch any dips on the coin, amazing. Okay, nonetheless, though, once it gets here and it cracks through 618, it goes to 1.618 as a magnet. Okay, so what it basically means is if you look at that temporary move within the altcoin, this keeps it still slightly bearish. And this is, hey, we bull, be in your position. This is where you start to accelerate. So once you get past 0.618, you start to look at going to 1.618. Now that you see that, I take you back to the Floki chart. That's okay. Look at this. There's the initial pump. So if, again, what did I just say with the Fibonacci? I said, hey, take your Fibonacci from the bottom over here all the way to the top. Look where we bounced and held, guys. 618. Okay, now it goes up and it breaks the trend. So where are we looking to go next? Now I show you that from here now, you're taking your fib in this direction. So what you do is you take a Fibonacci from the top to the bottom. Okay, now people are going to ask me time frames. Guys, whatever data you're looking at, if you're looking at your investment portfolio, do the weekly time frame. If you're looking at something to swing trade, 1-2 trades a month, look at the daily. The 12-hour, the time frames is going to look at the data. But nonetheless, now I take my fib over there and it gives me this line. Look how as we went to this price, let me zoom in here for you so you can see it. Look at the moment we went to 618. Look how it stopped, came down, and then we broke it. And look how it squeezed, but look how it breaks through it, tests it as support, and then shoots through. So where do I think Floki is going? I think it's going to 1.618. I'm seeing another 30% pump to the next major targets. If it gets through 1.618, you go to 2.618. These are tools that are going to help you when they're in uncharted territories where you don't have any data. You don't know how high they're going to go. And for me, start laddering out some at 1.618, start getting out to 2.618, and get out a decent amount at 3.618. Probably be at 90% out of the position by the time you get to those areas. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that quickly. So when I scroll through the charts and stuff, you could see, what I'm basically looking at. Okay, things like BNB, all-time high break. So remember the same thing. I took the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, and look how we broke 618, tested it, and now we're breaking the highs. So where we're going next? If you take a Fibonacci from here to here, your 1.618 over here, it's $1,000. We get through 1,000, we then have $1,500 as the BNB target. So it's nice to see that BNB still has so much strength and doing incredibly well. The next one I want to show you guys over here quickly is Solana. Because Solar, I might think you might get a small retest today, which is a little add-on, but we caught the breakouts yesterday over here. So again, the two plays, why Solana slowing down? Because it has this resistance. If you look at the next resistance, it's up here. So the moment that Sol gets through this 175, 180 correctly or strongly, it will push very quickly to these highs over here. And again, my target's around $240 to $280 on the next Sol push. Any pullbacks, where would you buy Solana? Any pullbacks to this region of around the 170. So it's not too bad. Remember, however, I don't think Solana is in a great place for investments. I think it's as you can still buy it to hold a couple of months, but I do think you need to have a stop loss in where I would be putting the stop loss at around 160. So it's not too much risk. I would put a stop loss in and I would have a take profit point when it comes to that specific token. Then let's look at a couple others. So I want to remind you guys, the BitGate competition starts tomorrow. I am giving, so I thought it started today, it starts tomorrow. I'm giving $1,000, $100 to 10 people that are using my BitGet link below in the description. Okay, and join Sniper Club team. So we got 240 members. We've got the biggest team in Banter so far. Let's make it even bigger. Okay, because I got Rand on the side here saying things like, let's do this, guys. I'm gonna have fun. Again, it's competition money. It's not real money. Okay, do not put important money. Do not put anything. Put $100 or $50 or whatever you can afford in that sense, and rate yourself against yourself. Set yourself a target and a time frame, and try and achieve it. It's going to show you how far you've come and where you're basically at when it comes to this. And again, I'll be trading the counter as well. And I want to show you here that my GALA trade is still in the position of 86% up from Friday. Okay, so I'm getting nice and warmed up. I'm not trading with a lot of capital. I'm trading the $100. It keeps me warm and it gives me something to chase. So I want to remind you guys about the competition there as well. Okay, let's speak about the GALA chart as well quickly while we are here and what I'm seeing from GALA. So GALA, I'm looking at something called the inverse head and shoulders. No, not inverse head and shoulders, inverse Bart Simpson. So what you basically see here is you saw a big dump off. Now you're seeing the sideways. I'm looking at any moment now, the catch up. It's called a Bart Simpson. Okay, you see them to the up or the downside. You see them if a token pumps and goes sideways for long. This is why I want Bitcoin to break all-time highs. Please stop going sideways here because we don't want a Bart Simpson. Okay, so it's important that Bitcoin breaks all-time highs and gets going in that point, because a Bart Simpson is you go up, you go sideways, and then you tank just as quick as you pump the other side. And then you get the inverse 1-2, where you dump one side, you go sideways for a long period, and you push to the upside. If you look at any market cycle, guys, sideways is good. Okay, it's either going to be a continuation or it's going to be a reversal. So the moment that something drops or pumps and it goes sideways, it gives you an understanding that there can be a reversal or a pump, but it will be strong. Okay, it will be strong. It will either come down like this and then go down another leg, strong, or again, it will be the reversal. And this is the same thing to the upside as well, where you go up, you go sideways, you go up, you go sideways, you go up. This is, if you look at the Bitcoin chart over the last 10 years, is exactly what it looks like, right? Goes really strong, goes into a bear market, goes really strong into a bear market. And it's the same thing where it goes up and sits like that for a while, that's the reversal. So what am I saying this for? I'm saying this for because you have a fat wedge that's forming here on GALA. I think GALA is going to make you a lot of money. I think gaming is going to hit really strong. And the moment it starts turning this into this, that's where I'm looking at pushing. So that's why I'm trading GALA quite a bit and pushing hard. And this is on the midterm views. If I look at the high time frame views, I think we're going to get to a point of seeing GALA go to 15 to 20 cents. So I think this is a nice 4 to 5x positions that we are building here, especially when it comes to slightly higher time frame. And remember to use things like Beam, which is also gaming tokens. Make sure your gaming portfolio is ready and looking strong. We've had a strong bounce from AVAX. We actually didn't end up getting stopped out, which is nice. Over here, so this is broken strong. So again, I see a small push here. There's a bit of resistance. And the moment it gets through here, we are going to see AVAX start to rocket to these higher points over there. So AVAX is also looking at a decent position. Things like Matic is still sitting slow at the zone. Things like 𝗕𝗢𝗕𝗕𝗓, this is looking really good. I want to show you guys this quickly. So here's a couple of tokens on the BNB chain that are looking pretty interesting. So what I do is I'll take a very small amount of money, right? And I'll go into a little bit of these tokens and I'll do them actually for the bull run. I would actually do them to the sense of bull market vibes and to hold them for a couple of weeks. Small amounts of cash, but these are in connection when it comes to BNB. So you got this token called BULL. And if you look at these tokens over here, look at them on the weekly, guys. They're starting to wake up with BNB now, but they're really good zones. So I think these could be nice plays of 3 to 5x's on a couple of them. BULL is one of them. The other one over here is TWT. Also looking pretty good. Remember, I'm not holding this as investments. I'm going to take the trade now, ride it with the BNB hype, and get out of them. Okay, so have an exit strategy. When it gets to 50%, take out this much. When it gets to 100%, take out this much. When it gets to 200%, take out this much, and then leave a little bit in case it does incredible things after that. Things like Cake. There's Cake at the bottom. Cake's investment entry. I think we're going to get to a point of Cake at least going to $6, if not $10 at some point. So just keep an eye on these. We've got another one called Baked as well. Look how beautiful they are, guys. They're sitting over here at the bottom of the ranges, something where you can put a little bit of cash in, make some money over the next couple of weeks to the upside. So here is the list: Baked, Cake, TWT, BULL. These are tokens that I'm just literally trading off of the BNB hype, and I'm taking profits on them. So remember, you got to know what you're going to be taking profits on within the market. Let me scroll through my list, and then we'll go through your guys' tokens. Pump the chat. I want to see the chat going and see where we at with what you guys want me to chart. And in the meanwhile, I'll be going through mine. So here we go. Little pullback on Phantom. Probably it's around the early 80 cents. And then I'm seeing Phantom push to these high levels of $1. Okay, so Phantom is looking good. Things like THORChain. It's nearly there, guys. So keep an eye on the THORChain breakout here. That's when it will really start getting going. Things like Casper, is it slowing down slightly here? However, I think this thing is going to pump straight through to the highs here. The moment that Casper gets through these highs over here, I'm looking at Casper go to the areas of 25 cents. So Casper's on the rally. It already got through the main 618. And Casper looking strong. So I wouldn't buy Casper now, but I know there's a lot of people that are still holding it from my entries a couple days back. Things like COTI is coming back for some retests. So keep an eye on a COTI retest and then a push. COTI's just waiting to get through this resistance, similar to Total 3. There's the resistance. The moment it gets through here, it will pump quickly to these higher zones. So COTI is still in a good area. Things like Illuvium coming back for retest. This is gaming. This one I'm also looking at incredible strength. Let's speak about Uni for a second. So Uni, there's the squeeze looking strong. I'm also looking at something like this. Push to the upside. So Uni is waking up strong. Here's a coin that I think's in zones to buy. PYTH Network. The reason why I'm saying this is because it broke the short-term trend a few days back. It tested it, but there's a squeeze here. So I'll be buying some over here. And if it gets a little bit cheaper for the day, I'll get some more. I'll put a stop loss around 40 cents. Okay. But the moment it cracks through here, I'm looking at a push up to 80 cents, guys. So I think this is a nice 60, 70% trade over here, which is really good. We look at things like Link. Keep an eye on the Link breakout in the next day or so. So right now there's a trend tracking it down. Keep an eye on here, and the moment we crack here, Chainlink will join the party. So keep eyes on that. Buy zones for Chainlink is around 17. I'll probably say around a couple percent lower than where we are now. As an investor, I wouldn't be too worried about fighting for the 3, 4, 5%. We got Render in the house. Render broke trend yesterday, so Render's showing strength. small retest at some point and push through to the highs. Render will only really get going once we get back above this $12 mark. Again, I wouldn't invest in Render, but I would buy it for some hype and for some strong gains. Put a stop loss in play. Say is still in buy zone. I want to remind you guys about Say. Say is still one I'm accumulating quite a bit at the moment. I think there's really strong moves with Say. My targets are around $1. So that's looking good. And Sui as well. Great trend break here. There's a small retest coming today, and I think Sui is going to start entering the party really strong to the upside. Okay, guys, give me your tokens. Give me your tokens. And remember, how many likes am I on? Not is not showing an entry today. Let's have a look for you. Let's go through Notcoin for a second. So here, and let's go Not. Let's go Not. Dun, 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 dun. Notcoin, and let's go have a look at Notcoin. So Not's obviously done crazy things, guys. Let's actually see if there's another chart here too. Let me just have a look and just see if there's a Maxi one. Let's see if there's a little bit more data. Guys, for me, it's quite high in that point. I know some people say it might go more up in market cap. For me, it's quite high. However, it might be a fun trading token. Just be careful with tokens like this. They're very volatile at the moment. So what you do here is you just pop this trend in, wait for it to bleed for a while. If you can catch a trend line with many touches, you can buy the breakout, stop loss under the previous low, and take profits. This thing's high, it's hyped. Eventually, it will have a 40-50% correction. So just have that in your mind with looking at it. I don't think it's investment entries currently when it comes to the Not token. Okay. Oh, we just hit 1,000. So 500 more. Bro, I might have to drink whiskey. If we get another 500 likes, I might have to drink some whiskey. Okay, what do we got in the house here? We got Doge, cool. We got ICP, we got GRT, Doge, ICP, GRT. I'll go through Super as well. Let's go through your tokens. Let me just pop my screen back on play here, and let's go through your tokens here. So first one over is Doge. Let's pop my Doge chart in. Let's put in ICP. USDT, fantastic. I saw someone said deal. Let's check the deal chart out. USDT. Okay, someone said a DOT. I heard there's some news coming out on DOT. So maybe DOT's going to start rampaging to the upside. Let's get back here quickly. So I'm just getting some of your tokens, guys. ONDO. Okay, I'll go through ONDO. GRT. Okay, GRT, USDT. Boom. Let's go ONDO. Under USDT. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's start off with Doge. Doge actually looking pretty decent. Little short-term breakout there. There's the little breakout of Doge. This is nice. So again, what I'm looking for in the midterm sort of views is a push up. Higher time frame views, what you want to see is we need to start getting above. Yes, we got to break this level. That's the enemy at the moment, is that 17.5 sort of mark sense. Once we get through there, then it's a strong push back up. Remember, guys, my targets for Doge when it comes to the high time frame views is I will do my fibs, right? And my main 618 is my first target. So if I go from bottom to top, 50 cents. 50 cents is my higher time frame target. If we're going to crazy bull, and Doge is one of the tokens that go crazy, because I don't know if all tokens are going to go super crazy. I think some will do 20x's and some will do 5x's. Okay, that's around $1.20. So this might be a very big entry. If you look at the high time frame monthly chart here, as an investor, you're still very interested in Doge at these levels. Things like ICP as well. It's quite crazy, the ICP chart. Let's zoom into the ICP chart. Okay, hold on. Dun, dun, dun. I hate these charts where you got to zoom in so much. Okay. Yeah, so ICP is definitely at investment entries. Why am I saying this? Because it went through a bear market, right? It went through a phase of bear. Okay, and then it finally got out of that. You can see it put in a high, and now it's turning all of this bearishness into support. Let me just draw that correctly. There we go. So as an investor, you want to buy these support buys over here. So it's in investment entries. When is it going to get going? Is once we start cracking the true trends, which actually looks like it's pretty soon. So if we look here, it's actually pretty soon, guys. We're going to get to a point of ICP waking up. So again, it might be fun to trade short time frame. However, this is better for me to trade on higher time frames and the views. Deal is back at the range lows over here. So deal, guys, GameGPT. This is a token for me investment wise. This is a 10x gem for me. Something that I'm taking time to accumulate. Okay, and just be patient with it. We're buying this in the higher time frame. It's a super low market cap. Okay, and this is something that I'm looking at growth over some time. So dual, small part of your portfolio, just keeping that there nice and strong. We've got things like Polkadot. Let's look at Polkadot in the house here. If we look at Polkadot, so it broke through short time frame resistance yesterday, which is good. So it gives me the likeliness that the market, again, small pullback and then start to push its way up. If we look at DOT on the high time frame, and where we're at the moment, is once it gets through this $8 mark is where it gets going. I still think that this is investment entries for DOT, and I'm still looking at targets of around $20 to $30 as my targets over some time. And again, bull markets, it happens quickly. So I want to remind you what a bull market looks like. It goes fast, guys. It goes really quickly, and we hit into a crazy rampage area. So I still think this is in really good long-term entries, and I wouldn't be worrying too much on the short time frame to be trading it. At GRT, there's some nice trades coming for you guys, possibly today. So there's the breakout, there's the test, put a stop loss under the lows. GRT looks like one of the fun tokens to trade for the day. If we look at higher time frame views, same. It went through the bear markets, retested, turned it into support. Where do you think GRT will go? Look here, you can see there's two big waves, right? There's the big one and there's the smaller one here too. So if you want to see where can this thing go in the next 2 months, around 90 cents. Okay, that's a 3x. Where can this thing go in the higher time frame of things? Over the next couple of months, or maybe for the rest of the year, you could be seeing these areas of around $1.5 to $2. So you could see the importance of the entry of where we're currently at the moment with GRT. ONDO is looking strong. Remember, ONDO is now in all-time highs. So what that basically means now is, you need that point of having tools. So I'll show you again how it will help you with these TPs. And let's see here. So if I look here at the previous wave, there is the strong push that happened over here. Then we started the pullback. There's the low. Okay. So again, what you're going to basically be looking at is doing the stance of taking your fib from the bottom to the top. And look exactly where we're fighting right now. See the moment we broke 0.618. We broke it, we tested it, boom, 1.618. So now this is either a short-term rejection where I'll take something small off the table and I'll go buy something that's in a good level. So I'll take a little bit of profits here, maybe go buy some GRT or go buy some injective or something in that sort of flow. And then if the rest that you have in, I'll be waiting for the target around $2. That's the 2.618. You get 2.618. Remember, here I'll take more profits, and at 3.618, I'll take a lot of profits and leave a little bit in for the rest of the the crazy run or anything like that. How many likes? How many likes? How many likes? Let's see. Sheldon's the best. Let's go. Thank you so much. Let's do Cardano. Let's do Cardano. Let's do VET. Let's do G-Swift. Cardano, VET, G-Swift, Algo. Okay, let's go. I'll do another 10 minutes of charting for you guys. Let's go. So let's do the first one, Algo. Cool. Next one is VET. Cool. I just want to see here. VET, USDT, amazing. Let's do the other one, G-Swift. G-Swift, USDT. What else did I say? Oh, Cardano. Cardano Army, is your coin gonna pump? I've loved Cardano, but it has it's taken a little bit of a long time. When you brag about that friend that can drink like he's really good, right? But then he doesn't show up for like a couple of months. You look a little bit embarrassed. So here is the Algo chart. So if you look at Algo over here, again, I still think Algo, I don't think this coin will go back to all-time highs, but I think you're going to make money on it investing it for a couple of months. It is something to really take profits on. So for me, if I look here, I see a very high time frame inverse head and shoulders. So what you always want to look for, guys, is when you see that we've had a big dump off the one side, you always want to look for something called a reversal pattern. Something that's in the thing. Because remember what I said yesterday? I did this on school as well. By the way, go below and sign up for school, guys. The next cohort starts in a couple of weeks. Like, go sign up for school. We had an incredible session last night. But nonetheless, when price is going down, it's actually forming a bullish pattern. Okay, something called a wedge or something like that. And you usually see big pumps when price goes down. And when it goes up, slowly, it's actually bearish. So therefore, you'll see the push up and then you'll see strong down rejection over here. So when you're at the bottom here, you're looking at reversal patterns. So inverse head and shoulders, the moment it cracks this little flag here, it will start waking up. And my targets here, where I'll take a lot of profits on Algo, this is something to sit on for a couple of months, is around the 80 cents to $1. Okay, so not bad when it comes to a nice 3-4x on Algo. However, I'll 100% get out of this token when it gets to the point. It does not hold bear markets well. It doesn't hold bad markets. So remember, you want to go through all your coins in the weekly. And if you see any of them that has dropped this much, okay, which is 94% from the highs. You are getting out of this token in the bull market. I'll say this again. Any tokens, and I don't care what your token is, if it has come down in the last week by 90%, you are getting out of this token in the pumps now. Okay, and I'm talking the real pumps. I'm talking on the way up. You're not going to hold the stuff for another cycle, guys. Why? Why are we going to go and bump our head on the same branch again? Anything that comes down to a point, I'm getting out. Doesn't mean I'm getting out the markets, but I've jumped to Bitcoin. I've jumped to the right coins. I'm not going through this crap again. I don't know about how you guys feel as well. Smash the like button if you agree with what I'm saying right now. We are not repeating the same thing. I'm done. No more. Okay. Let's go back. So Algo looks good. Let's go things like VET. VET actually is showing some strength on the short time frame now, and I think we're going to get a VET awakening. Okay, now VET and Theta usually wake up together, as well as ZIL. Over here. But if you look at this and where we're at the moment, this is looking pretty good, and we're breaking some short-term trends. So on the high time frame, we are out of bear into support bull market, right? This is the big thing. So I want to show you guys what this means. Look at the previous time VET was in a bear market. This is 2019, 2020. Look how it comes down bear market, and look how it goes sideways. That's bear market. But the moment it pops through for the first time and it comes and tests that as support, this is your investment entry. Look what happened after that. Rockets, right? Now let's go over here. What do you see? The exact same thing. You see that we came through bear. You see that we've ranged now in the bear market for the last couple of months. We had our first pop now. We are turning that into support. Therefore, as an investor, this is where you want to buy the token. If you want to trade this thing shorter time frame, you zoom in and you wait for decent trend breaks. So if I look here, the trend break hasn't happened just yet. I actually need more touches. So if I go here to there, there's 3 touches, 1, 2, 3 touches. That's when I'll be interested short time frame. However, as an investor, it looks great. G-Swift is slowly bleeding down to the lower ranges. So as an investment, look how strong it ripped off. Definitely. Just dollar cost a little bit and be patient for me. The market cap was still around 30-40 million when it got to the top. And I'm looking at this being in the sense of, something around 100, 200, 300 million dollar market cap at the point. So let's see. Right now it's bleeding. So it means just if you're buying, just chill. Buy a little bit, just wait. Let's wait for this thing to break trend and start, just give it time. Once it breaks trend, the rampage will start coming in. So G-Swift, I'm still very bullish on. It's just taking time and being a little bit bloody at the moment. However, we've been buying this thing at under $50 million market cap, and it's a lot cheaper now. So for me, as long as we are buying tokens in those ranges, I do believe we'll go into the money and make money off some of these tokens. And remember, I also want to remind you guys that out of 80% of all the tokens you buy now, you're probably only going to make money on 30% of them. That's the truth. What are you doing? You're putting out 20 bets out there, and you're getting a couple of big popcorn effects. And when you get the popcorn effect, it's important to either shift them around or to lose your sinking ships and add to your popcorns, the ones that are really ripping through. So remember, only 30% of your tokens are going to actually make you money, guys. But you got to play the game in order to get the ones, right? You got to spread your money. You got to do all these sort of things. Storm. I think I'm going to hit 2,000 likes, bro. It's not that I want a whiskey. I have to have a whiskey. No, I have to, bro. Please can Wonder Woman sort me out, bro. You see Wonder Woman, yeah, guys. Let me show you Wonder Woman. Here's Wonder Woman. Also coming and trading shit coins with me and trading the markets. So there's a Wonder Woman in the house. Okay. Yes, please, sir. You can pour me a cheap one. I don't need an expensive one, but you can pour me a fatty. Let me. I did promise. So okay. What was the other one? Oh, Cardano. Let's go through to the Cardano chart. So again, same thing with Cardano, guys. It's in the territory. I want to show you again. If you look at the last bear market, I don't know if you guys see this, but it's the same sort of thing, right? It's the same thing where Cardano went through the bear market. There's it over there. The moment it gave its first pop, guys, and it retested that. You see there, retest. That's when the rocket started. So if you take that, exactly that image, and you go look at where we are now, I see us being in the same part of the cycle. So here we go. There's the bear market. There's the first pop. There's the retest. So yes, I think Cardano is at a good investment area. I think it's a good zone to dollar cost and be ready for it. Technically, the charts show that if we do enter alt season, we should start these rallies pretty soon. The strong rallies to the upside. And remember, it happens pretty fast. You can see how quickly it happens over here for a couple of months, and then it's done. Guys, I do want to sit just before I take on 1 or 2 more coins. I do want to say the excitement of this. I'm excited for everyone. I'm excited for this crazy run that happens, and it's crazy how our hope sits here. We just hope. But nonetheless, it gets fast really quickly. And I do still think we've got about a couple of months, and then we're not getting out of the market. We're just going to take a shit ton of profits into Bitcoin and into the thing. And we're going to keep playing the cycle. Sheldon doing it for the community. Yes, but I do want to remind you, come join my Sniper Club team. I want to see at least 500 to 1,000 people in my Sniper Club team for the BitGate competition. Okay, so go come and support me. I'll drink for you in the stream, but come and support me. And remember, I'm giving away $100 to 10 people. Let's make it the best. Let's make it the best. And if you're joining me with a drink this morning, please take a photo and just pop it on my show tweet. Just put in the comments. I want to see who's going to join me for a whiskey this morning. Who's going to have one with me? Keegan, are you going to join me, bro? Okay, let's go. Let's jump straight in and let's go have a look at a couple more. So pop a few more charts there, guys. I'm waiting for my whiskey. Pulse chain. Okay. Let's look. We got T-Fuel. We got Near Protocol. I did Sui, guys. Go in the video. AOS. Okay. Pulse chain. Okay, let's go. So let's do the AOS one over here. Okay, cool. Let's jump back and just confirm which of the other ones were. AOS, Near Protocol, RWeave. Okay, there's apparently some news on RWeave today, guys. So just keep an eye on the RWeave chart. Here's RWeave, USDT. There we go. So RWeave, let's actually quickly go through these while we're on them. AOS obviously had a crazy couple of pumps. So remember, you're not investing in this token now. So anything you're buying now is on trades. Those who are holding it, however, let's get you a couple of thank you, sir. The higher time frame views, let's take a nice little fib and give you a view. It looks like on high time frames, $2 is your main target of where you're going to take a decent amount of profits. And when will it break out again? Once it's through this range. It's currently ranging, guys. So there we go. There's the pattern. Only once it's through those zones is where it will really get going. Things like RWeave sitting tight at the tops here. You can see it's basically doing very similar to what the Bitcoin chart's doing, making the same highs. Once it does, there's some news on it today. Maybe it does wake up. Let's pop a fib in here. It looks like your targets are $65 and $90. I would definitely take some sort of profits on RWeave, especially if you're buying under $10 sort of mark. I'll take some profits on the way up to those areas over there. Let's jump back in here quickly and see where we're at. Next ones. Oh yeah, Near Protocol. Sorry, I forgot about Near. Let's go through here and get the Near Protocol chart going up for you guys. So remember, guys, there's a lot of times that I'll teach, but when the markets are moving like this and they start to wake up, I'm just going to chart a shit ton of coins for you every day and just help you. Short time frame, medium time frame, what we're looking at. This is what the shows are going to be very much of in the bull market. It's us just battling the charts out, making decisions, what we think, all these sort of things. Near Protocol is obviously sitting at the important level. Let's go look at it on the high time frame. There we go. So remember I spoke about, and I actually spoke about this last night when it comes to roofs and ceilings. So what you see here on the left here is a previous low. It's a nice little ceiling that's in play. And if you go look at the next one above that on the weekly is the highs, guys. So why it's slowing down here is because the moment it gets through this $9 mark, you could see Near rally all the way to the areas of $20. So it's incredible, the zone. So now that we know that, I think you're halfway. I think you're a little bit late for investments, but I do think it's worth it, looking at some good areas of where to buy it. However, I would wait for a trend break. So there's a trend. Still's got a couple of times, shows a couple of days. Don't rush too much. And I'd only basically buy the strength within the breaker trend. Those who got it, I think wait for $20. I think you're going to be very happy when price gets there. Another one that was in play here was T-Fuel. So remember, if we're looking at Theta wake up, keep an eye on T-Fuel. If you're looking at VET, keep an eye on VTHO. These are their tokens. This is forming. Let's just see my flag. Hold on. It's actually got a massive flag in play here. So when does T-Fuel go? Once it breaks through this wedge over here. Again, where will it go? Take a fib from the top to the bottom and pop this in. Guys, please pop a yes chat if you're understanding, like fibs and all these sort of things that I'm teaching you guys. Okay, guys, have a fantastic day. Thank you for making me drink whiskey at 5 in the morning. Is this like a spinning glass one? That's cool. Love you all. Like the video, comment below, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. And much love, guys. Let's make money. Get the BitGate competition. Join me on my team. Salute. You can end the show now. Okay. I didn't kick my ass, bro. Woo!